104.3 ESPN, Panama City. You are listening to the Coach's Daughter Show. I'm Leanne with Opie. We got Kyle on the board. Our intern, who is only with us for less than a week.
We're losing our show slave.
Austin, we're losing him. And we've had fun learning about the Waldorf Warriors.
Yes, we
which
have.
Is who Austin
we have a special guest
for.
now on the line, right?
Sure do.
Okay. Go ahead. Coach, are you there, Coach?
I am. How you guys doing?
Hey, great. Thanks for coming on with us. So you're the coach of this this young boy, Austin Siegel, huh?
Absolutely. Good young man.
Oh, that's Coach P. So he was telling us a little bit before the break or during the break that he said that he said that he had offers to go to other schools, much bigger schools that had lots of girls. That's how he put it. A lot more girls on campus than at Waldorf. But he said he really made a good connection with you. And I asked him, I said, well, what is it about it? Is he tough? He goes, oh yeah, he's tough. He rules with an iron fist, but he's actually really nice. So it's like an iron fist with a velvet glove. So. What is your coaching style?
Oh, I don't know. I love my players. I coach them hard. I treat them as if they were my own. So, I mean, expect them to do right and act first class in everything they do. So we hold them to high standards.
Hey, Coach, it's Leanne. How long have you been coaching total?
This will be my 20th season.
Wow.
So, am I understanding correctly that you actually coached Andy as well?
No, actually, his dad and I we coached against each other back in the Kansas Senior College Conference for quite a few years.
Okay, coached against each other. I gotcha. Okay, so, yeah, what all schools have you coached at?
I was a student coach at Emporia State and an administrative assistant at Southern Illinois with Coach Gary Kill. And then I was offense coordinator at Hudson Community College in Kansas. And I spent about 8 years down in Texas as a high school coach before heading back to the college game.
Hey, high schools in Texas, that's college level.
That's college level, yeah. Yeah,
it's competitive football.
Yeah, sure is.
That's excellent. So what position do you play, Austin? I don't even know.
Well, I was a safety when they originally recruited me, and then that really wasn't working out great. And so Coach Littrell and the coaches kind of got together and kind of worked with me a little bit. Now I'm an outside linebacker.
So in other words, they realized that you were slow.
Yes.
But that you were big, and so maybe we could put this oaf somewhere behind the line. But I'm not letting him cover anybody. Is that about it, Coach?
Oh yeah, you got to keep putting wood on him.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, I'm up to 193 now.
That's good. Keep going.
Oh yeah.
We've been feeding
Absolutely.
him.
Yeah.
Good. Beat him up.
Okay, so before we had you on, we do this segment we call Rapid Fire, where we just throw up a topic and we say over under wins for various different schools and stuff. And because Austin has really become just a part of our family here, we decided we would just have a little fun with him. So we put Waldorf Warriors over under 4 wins this year. And Leanne, our show mama here, the leader of the show, she doesn't want to hurt anybody's feelings, so she said over. Right. And, of course, Kyle and I just wanting to just rag him a little bit. Kyle said under, and I said, you're going to have a Cleveland Browns season. A big goose egg. So
I'm not looking at my family. There's no way. We're going to win.
Yeah, there you go. Now, of course, we're just funning with Austin. To be honest with you, I don't know the first thing about any of these schools. I barely know about SEC teams, as we get texters texting in telling me that I suck at this. But so in your opinion, where do you see, what's your record looking like this year for you? What are your toughest teams, and where do you think you're going to have the toughest times?
Yeah, we finished second in the conference the last 2 years, so it was the first winning season the school's had in 20 years.
Excellent.
So we put together back-to-back winning seasons, 6-2 in conference the first year, 5-2 last year. So we beat the number one team in the conference last year that went round deep, and fell short a couple games. So I like our campus. Class, we got great players right now on campus. So I mean, Dickinson State's the front runner.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say we'd be tied pick for second with probably Valley City, and so. It'll be stiff competition. I mean, it gets cold up here in late November, so being down in Texas, still getting used to that.
Oh boy, I can imagine.
It's been good. I expect it to be very competitive this season.
Well, yes, and for the record, I had that same faith, Coach. I just want you to know.
Oh,
I was the only one, but I had the faith.
no, you didn't.
Oh, you're right. You're going to look like you're going to look smart at the end of this season. I
That's
promise.
right. Well, I mean, I've actually heard of Dickinson State. So, and then Austin said that they were ranked, 13th last year?
And we beat them.
Yeah.
They're preseason 9 this year going into the season.
Wow.
Wow, that's good.
Yep.
So tell me about Dordt.
Betcha.
What's Dordt College?
Dordt College is a good college. Head coach over there done a great job. It's about 3 hours away from us in Iowa. And we got into a scoring battle last year. I think we went 14 multiple times, but ended up losing 60-48, I think. So we got a new defense going though.
Well,
So we're excited.
Yeah, I'm curious because it does get really cold up there. Man. You're playing in the. I mean, you're pretty close to the Dakotas, right?
Yeah, we're about probably 2 hours from South Dakota, and 6 hours from Fargo, North Dakota.
Oh man,
I know we got a lot of players from Florida down there. They kind of huddle up when it starts snowing and getting cold.
Oh man,
I cannot imagine.
I'd say I'd love to come see a game in person, but then I'd be lying.
Right? No, I hear you. Absolutely. Well, we'll have to make it down to a championship game someday, and then you'll be able.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I think we're going to get Austin to maybe, if his schedule allows, to call in each week and give us a Waldorf update.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
Yeah, we as a
great young man working for you there.
No, but we appreciate that.
Thanks,
Sorry,
Coach.
I didn't mean to talk over you there. That my bad. I'm just all excited. But we as a show, I'm all in on the Waldorf Warriors now.
I am too. I'm a
Let's
fan.
follow them this year. Let's be big fans. We'll do.
Austin, make sure we get their address. Send them all kinds of gear down there.
Oh, yeah,
Ah,
yes, sir.
there you go.
I will definitely get on that. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Awesome.
All right, absolutely.
some swag, baby. We'll be sporting some Waldorf Warriors swag.
Sounds good to me.
Absolutely.
Excellent, man. That's outstanding.
Hey, Coach, isn't one of the people on one of the ESPN radio shows? Didn't he go to Waldorf?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because I think a while back, wasn't there's a tweet? I think you shared it of one of like the main ESPN radio shows. They were wearing Waldorf Warrior shirts.
No, that was they were wearing all our stuff for our volleyball team.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's right.
Had a good cause going, and they were wearing it. Yeah.
Well, Coach, I have to ask this, and I know you're the head coach at Waldorf, but as far as like across the board or growing up, like what college or pro team did you typically follow?
No, Kansas City. My sister was a cheerleader for the Kansas City Chiefs.
He said Kansas City Chiefs. It's
Yeah.
kind of breaking up there a little bit, but it's not a big deal.
Oh yeah, Kansas City. My sister was a cheerleader for him.
Oh, awesome.
You betcha.
Excellent.
I kind of root for the Texans. But one of our coaches, his dad's the quarterback coach there for the Tennessee Titans, so might be switching allegiance here.
You're going to have to switch an allegiance, yeah.
It happens in coaching.
Yeah, evidently, they don't have cell phone towers in Iowa.
I know.
We got a couple. We got a couple.
Yeah, no.
Well, obviously, if you have a radio show.
Right, exactly.
Well, we need you to send us some more interns next year. That's what we need.
No question. That's a big deal. That's our program and our university for Austin to be able to be a participant down there. So that's a great deal.
Well, we give him a hard time, obviously, but I tell you what, he's just wormed his way into our hearts, and we do like him. And I'll tell you what, he's got better sports knowledge than pretty much maybe not more than you, Leanne, but certainly me and Kyle combined.
He does. I mean, he rarely has to look up anything. Every now and then he does.
Right.
Most of it's just.
There's no question.
Well, his dad came on the show not too long ago, and we had a nice surprise, and he ended up calling Mike Leach, and we had like a 45-minute interview with Mike Leach, and he has this elaborate plan. It's all laid out. I'm curious of what you think about this, because we were talking about the different divisions and how every division but Division I has a playoff system. We have a playoff system, but a more comprehensive playoff system. But he was saying 64 teams. I don't know. That's very elaborate, but do you think that Division I college football playoff needs to be extended to more teams?
No question. A lot of people are playing their best football that time of the year, so it'd be nice to see some guys get a shot.
How many teams do you think it should go to?
Oh, I think it at least needs to be 16.
Well, we're voting for it. We're going to start a petition, a movement.
I definitely got to be 16. Maybe you can show the coach that interview with Mike Leach, or get him to listen to that breakdown. I mean, it was flawless. It's like he's been. Remember the movie Beautiful Mind with Russell Crowe, where he just hides out and he's got all this stuff all over that. Yeah. That's how I imagine Mike Leach coming up with his 64-team college playoff. There's just these equations on the board, and you can't figure out but it makes sense to him, man.
I had a camp last spring to sit throughout Washington State, and I was out there, so I sat in Coach Leach's meetings, for 3 days. And yeah, he's an amazing guy.
Yeah,
very, very intelligent and just hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Yes, has such a dry sense of humor. You don't know what's coming at you.
He's funny now. I save every one of his tweets and everything because if I'm ever this season, some of that, that'll make you laugh.
He's something, man. He is something else.
Yeah,
he really is. He's something else.
He was an NAIA coach, back in the day, not too far from where we are at Iowa West. So that's where he started out.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, Dana Holgerson, they were all there.
So, Coach, where are you from originally?
I'm from Olathe, Kansas. My dad, I'm head football coach up in Kansas. Just retired this year, so yeah, I kind of grew up in the coaching world.
It's very flat there, like it is here, except we have the beaches.
Oh yeah, the hill country.
Yeah, no doubt. So it says, I'm sitting here looking at your record here, Coach. Is it Littrell? Littrell. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Coach Littrell.
Coach Littrell. So I'm looking at. Look, I've got him up here. Look at the picture of this guy. Look at this guy. I got to post this picture on there. If that doesn't look like a football coach, I don't know what does, man. You were born to do this, man. I'm telling you what. But in your first season, you basically went undefeated at home, huh?
We did. We went 6-0 at home. They haven't won a homecoming game in over 22 years, and so it was fun.
Wow.
It was fun for the community to be able to experience that first season for sure.
One of our team mottos that Coach Littrell's kind of adopted for us is we don't lose at home. So like before every home game, he'll look at us and he'll tell us we don't lose at home, and so that's how we play. We don't lose at home.
Do you follow like Les Miles and rip up a little bit of that grass and then give a little gnaw and chew the cud on that grass just to make sure you know it's your home grass?
No, those guys know when we walk out there, they know what's going on.
That's excellent.
It's our kids are excited to play here. We don't play in front of a lot of people, but the ones we do, it's a great time. We play the game the same way in between the white lines. It doesn't matter how many people are in the stands. So,
yeah, you're right.
Kids get after it pretty good.
That's excellent. Well, we wish you all the best. We're up against a break. We got to go. But thank you so much, Coach Littrell. I'm sorry, Littrell. Okay,
Yes.
I got Coach Littrell. Now I've got something to remember because my brain ain't so good. So we certainly appreciate your time, Coach, and we wish you the best. And we're going to be following you this season, and we'll have some Waldorf Warrior updates coming all throughout the season, and we'll be pulling for you, man.
Hey, you bet. Go Warriors.
Thanks,
Go Warriors.
Coach. Go
Thanks,
Warriors.
Coach. That was great.